Hi and good afternoon, good evening, or wherever you're watching, and welcome to Thfc Till I Die, your home of Tottenham past, present, and an exciting future on the Antrobot Skoglu. As me and Philip give you our pre-game thoughts to Tottenham Hotspur versus Wolves, we give you the latest team news, the injuries news, where you can watch it. If you're watching in UK, look away now because you won't be able to unless you're going to the stadium. But if you're in Canada and America and the rest of the goddamn world, you're grand. You can watch it anywhere you like, apart from me and Philip. You know, I think we have to go up to the door of Philip, right, and do one of these French-style protests to get let Ireland show live 24-hour-a-day Premier League football from around the grounds. I think that's what we have to do.
I think the GA will have something to say about that now. So,
oh, well, we'll cross that path when we get to it. You get in your tractor, I go and stand in your trailer, and we'll do a French-style protest outside the door. What do you reckon?
Yeah, okay, fair enough. That's grand, yeah.
And if the GAA come out, I just say, you go to the Godfather and you just kick them when the sun don't shine. They're saying, you leave our Tottenham alone. Me and Philip would do proper French style.
Yeah.
It won't be known as Philip Brady. He'd be known as Ooh La La Philip Brady. Oh, Ooh Ah Philip Cantona. There you go.
You know? Are you bringing the guillotine with you?
I will, yeah, but that's just going to be used for certain individuals.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, who shall remain nameless.
Yeah, who don't agree with us. I mean, everything we say is right. Anyway, how are you today, Mr. Brady? I know you've had a busy day and you've got the grandkids there with you. So, have you escaped into a bit of quiet space?
Escaped upstairs for a bit of peace and quiet now. The place is like a downstairs, but anyway, you know, anyone that's got 2-year-old grandkids will know what I'm talking about.
And you've left poor Mrs. Brady down at Mary with them.
Oh, she's gone out. Don't worry. She's away.
So, can I actually ask Philip, who's actually looking after him?
Oh, the mother and father, my daughter and her husband.
All right, okay, all right.
Well, the last time I looked, they might have gone to the pub now, you know, possibly, didn't they?
Yeah, and left him to his own devices downstairs.
yeah.
You'll come back and find the internet cable all around the house.
We find the TV in the dustbin, something like that.
Yeah. Anyway, Philip, we have got Wolves, and if we go back a year ago, I'm still getting a twitch from that game. My first time to the new stadium, Philip.
That was 2 years ago. That was 2 years ago.
2 years ago, Philip. This weekend.
Yeah.
It was 2 years ago, a few days ago, but it's 2 years ago.
It was
this weekend.
At the same time. Yeah.
A wet, miserable day. I remember it was horrible. And the match wasn't much better either. I said in Dave's pre-match, prediction that I did, that I saw the game differently to how everyone else saw it, Philip. And it's
did we win?
No, the Brighton game. I saw it differently.
Sorry, I thought you were about the Wolves game. Sorry,
it's something about seeing it live. You can see more live than you can on the TV.
Of course you can, yeah.
Now, Dave sort of disagreed with me, and I think a lot of people disagree. But do you understand where I'm coming from? Where
I do. I totally agree, because I've been in the same position myself where at a live match, and then you watch it again, maybe, and when you get home, the replay, you say, that looked different from when I was looking at it. That sounded different, So, yeah, you get a completely different perspective.
And I thought we didn't play bad. A lot of people said we didn't play well, and I didn't think we played that bad against Brighton. And it was a very even first half for me. Could go either way, Philip. And second half, I thought we dominated in patches. And did you get that sense by watching it on television, or did you feel, as other people said, they were off the pace for most of the game?
Well, having had the privilege of seeing the whole game, because obviously I had no stream, from what I've seen of it, I think we're the victims of our own success at the minute.
Yeah,
we're expecting perfection every week, and we're not going to get it. That's for sure.
No.
But there was patches in that game where Brighton were the better team. There was certainly patches when Spurs were much the better team and played some lovely football. I think the crowd has high expectations now, and I wouldn't say we played badly. We played better, that's for sure. And but Brighton was always going to be a difficult type of game because they play a similar type of football to us.
They do.
They don't sit back. They don't let you come at them. They come at you, and maybe that's made us look a little bit weak in defence at times, which a couple of times it did. Vicario needed to save us twice, as far as I can remember. But bear in mind on the stats, the Jason Steele in the Brighton goal was the busier goalkeeper in the whole game. So take that as a plus. That we'll play worse than that and lose and win. Sorry, we'll play worse than that and win, but we'll play a lot better and win comfortably.
Yeah, I thought Højbjerg played well last week before we got on to the Wolves game. I thought he did well when he came on. I thought Basuma did well when he came on. Bentancur did all right. Johnson, for me, was woeful, Philip, and I don't think he deserves a start on Saturday. Going by the predicted lineup, he's not in the starting lineup. Now, what would Dan's message be, do you think, this week, Philip, to the players? They had the open training day, pardon me, on Wednesday. And when I saw with Philip, I saw a togetherness in that squad. There's a one for all and all for one sort of attitude, like we're all in it together. Where I haven't seen that under Conte, haven't seen that under Nuno or Mourinho. Maybe the last time we saw that was under Poch. So I don't know if you think the same as me, Philip, or you've seen it differently, but is there more of a togetherness now than there was on the Poch? And if I can answer that question first, I think there is. But do you think that or not?
Yeah, I do. I don't think there's been a together. I can't remember togetherness that it's at the club. Now I'm sure there has been periods where maybe we didn't have as much access to things on social media, but at the moment it seems to me that even like Mickey Van de Ven said it today, we're like a family. We're all brothers. We'll all die for each other. You know, we're like band of brothers. We all look out for each other, and it's taken Postecoglou 7 months to completely revolutionize the mood of the club, the way the club is run. It's quite a remarkable. Like, I mean, I don't care who wins the league or whatever. My vote for manager of the month, manager of the season,
is Postecoglou.
Regardless where we finish, would go to Ange Postecoglou for the revolutionary way that he's turned Tottenham around.
Yeah,
after the slump we were in last year.
There's something about the 80s about it, Philip, under Keith Birkinshaw. I've said it before, and I get in that vibe. There is that vibe. There is the Birkinshaw vibe about this team, about the early 80s Tottenham side.
Yeah.
Maybe our younger viewers probably won't remember that, but you do. I do. I remember that. I know I was only a young kid at the time, but I remember there was something that Tottenham side should have won a league under Birkinshaw. The only thing they didn't do. And I feel it's the same thing under Postecoglou. We've got that 80s sort of Roberts, Perryman, Falco, Archibald, that sort of feel. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. I think, again, because social media was so...
Yeah.
Like, at the moment, playing for a team like Spurs is like... living in a goldfish bowl, really. It's the way social media is, you know. And I think the players have the players in the old days, in the 80s, didn't have to cope with this. Now the players have to. And I think you're right there. There is a similarity between the I'd say, if anything, Dermot, the mood in the squad now is better than it's ever been.
Yeah.
No disrespect to Keith Birkinshaw.
No.
But I think coming from where we've come from, this is some setup we've got at Tottenham at the moment.
But Philip, we're heading to match day 25. We're well past halfway point of the season now. We're sort of on the home stretch now, Philip. These are the games that are over the weekend. 12:30, of course, Brentford against Liverpool. Your 3:00 games, Burnley against Arsenal, Fulham against Aston Villa, Newcastle against Bournemouth, Forest against West Ham, because we're playing Wolves, and then at 5:30, Man City versus Chelsea, which I will be doing the watch along for. I know you won't be there, Philip, but I think it's such a good game not to do a watch along to that one, because the first one we did was a great game for all that game at Stamford Bridge.
Yeah, I remember that one.
It was a mental game. Any teams there? Where do you think? Look, start with Brentford, Liverpool, Philip. Brentford's not an easy place to go, but do you think Liverpool? Do you think they'll lay a marker down for the rest of the teams to catch up?
I have a funny feeling Liverpool might not win this match. I don't think they'll lose it.
No,
but I have a sneaky feeling Brentford will turn up tomorrow and get a draw in that match.
Yeah, do you know what? I think Liverpool will win it, Philip, but I think they'll win it by the odd goal. if I can be honest. Brentford are no mugs, and Ivan Toney back in the side. I think Ivan Toney's given them the cutting edge back as well, by the way.
He has, yeah. They had a good win last weekend as well, away at Wolves.
And the way they started against Man City as well. No, they lost the game, Philip, but the way they took the goal, and Brentford's not an easy place to go, by the way. We know that for ourselves with the times we've played there. They're not an easy team to play against.
That's true.
No,
I mean, back to the very first game of the season, we played them 2-8.
God, that seems like a lifetime ago, Philip.
Yeah.
It does, doesn't it? It seems like a lifetime ago. The other 3 o'clock. Yeah, that's so true. Other 3 o'clock kickoffs. Any games there that sort of spring out at you, apart from Tottenham Wolves, but any other games that spring out?
Wouldn't you just love to see Burnley turn over Arsenal?
Can you see it?
Unfortunately, I can't see it happening, but somebody's going to come a cropper at Burnley, and hopefully it would be great if it was Arsenal, but no, I don't think it will be. Fulham versus Villa. Fulham are a bit of a downer at the minute, and I could see that could be a draw as well. That particular game, I'd like to see Fulham win that to keep Villa well behind us. Newcastle Bournemouth. Newcastle probably just shade that. I think just about. Forest West Ham. Well,
you know what? Very quick.
I think Forest will beat them.
I was going to say that under the Forest West Ham had 6 put past them at the weekend.
Yeah.
Forest are not easy. It's no easy game going up to Forest. By the way,
no. I mean, I think West Ham were lucky that Arsenal kind of declared. Arsenal could have had double figures in that game if they wanted to.
Yeah.
So I'll go West Ham lose in that one. Forest to win.
Can you see a reaction though from West Ham against Forest though? Should they be a reaction?
Oh, I mean, let's say they're professionals. They're playing for pride. Yeah. There should be a reaction, but it's not an easy place to go, especially after a big defeat.
And Newcastle seem to have gone off the boil a bit, Philip. Do you feel injuries and FFP has sort of bit them in the arse?
Yeah, they're not firing like they used to, but on their day, they can be a very dangerous team. But they're not just they're inconsistent. That's the best way of putting it.
Do you think a change of manager up there might be make them go to the next level? Do you think, though, how has taken them so far? What I realised the other day, his father was Don Howe, which I only realised the other day.
Yeah, he keeps it quiet.
Yeah, I never knew that until the other day. His father was Don Howe was a great assistant manager and manager. Was he manager at Arsenal or assistant manager at Arsenal?
Manager at Arsenal, yeah.
Was he assistant manager when they did the double in 71?
I don't know what he was. He had a big Arsenal connection. He was there for years.
Yeah. But, and of course, Bobby Robson's assistant when Bobby Robson was England manager during the 80s and 90s as well. Fulham, Aston Villa. Villa sort of on a two-game loss. Fulham, Craven Cottage fighting for their lives. Where you reckon that? I think that'd be 3 points for Villa personally, but
I'll go for a draw there. I'll go for a draw. I don't want Villa to win, to be honest. So I'm hoping Fulham can put them in their spot tomorrow.
Yeah.
Put them in their
so
place.
Okay, if I go through the games, then Brentford, Liverpool, Philip, where's your hat going on that one?
Draw.
I go for Liverpool win. Burnley, Arsenal.
Arsenal.
Do you know what? I'm not going against you for the sheer hell of going against you, but because I'm delusional Dermatron and I have to live up to my name and people expect me to be delusional, I'm going for a Burnley win.
Okay. I'm not arguing with that.
The prophet has spoken, Philip. I have to, they call me Prophetron, the delusional one, and I have to live up to my name. So I'm going for a Burnley win. Fulham, Aston Villa.
Well, we've done that one, haven't we?
Where did you go with that one?
I went for a draw.
I'm going for. Do you know what? I might actually join you. I have a sneaky feeling Villa might nick it by the odd goal, but I think it will be a draw. Newcastle, Bournemouth. That's a tricky game actually, but Newcastle at home, they might edge it for me.
I think Newcastle. It's a long old trip for Bournemouth as well. I think I'll just, but Bournemouth or Newcastle by the odd goal. I think I'll be.
Forest, West Ham. This could be the last game for David Moyes. If they lose this, I think he will lose his job, Philip. I don't think West Ham will give him any more time. But I'm going for a West Ham win, but I don't want to. But
I'd go for a Forest win on that one.
Yeah. Barney the dinosaur. has got lost again on his way up to Nottingham.
He want to buy himself a sat nav.
Yeah, well, apparently it's some dingy nightclub in Liverpool at the moment.
Right.
With Grandad Trotter. Apparently, Grandad Trotter took him up there.
Jeez. Right.
He's still
Okay.
with Camilla, Grandad Trotter, apparently.
He's still with
do
who?
you remember that one in Only Fools and Horses? He said that the one where they'll Boyce's is rigging the card game.
Yeah.
And at the end he gave him no, it's not that one.
Two-headed penny.
No, it's the one where Rodney thinks the police are after him when he stopped to help that mad woman.
The Peckham Pouncer. Yeah.
The Peckham Pouncer. And he said to him, Del Boy was calling him on, right? And he sent Grandad up to Soho after he thought he won the pools. He was in the nightclub with Camilla.
Oh,
and he realized he didn't even do the pools.
Right. Okay. Right. I'll take your word for it.
No, the early Only Fools and Horses are brilliant, by the way. I still think. And Blackadder as well, Philip. I watched that the other night. I found that very funny.
I think Blackadder, the one with King Prince George in it, Blackadder the third and the fourth one. I think they're brilliant. Absolutely.
I love the one in the First World War where they're afraid to go over the
Oh yeah, that's good. Wouldn't want to go over there. I forgot my stick. Wouldn't want to face the German machine guns without that. You know.
I know. It's so funny. Of course, Tottenham Wolves we'll get into in a minute. And then Sunday, Philip, Manchester City, Chelsea. An important game for the Championship, by the way.
That's Saturday evening, yeah.
First, Liverpool kick off first. Man City end the Saturday programme.
Mm-hmm.
If Chelsea lose this, could Poch be out of a job, do you think, Philip, if they lose heavily enough?
I think Poch is safe enough the rest of the season, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
I don't think he's going to be sacked. He's got through the crisis. But I do see Chelsea getting a bit of a hammering by Man City.
Yeah. Do you think
Chelsea like 4-0? 4-0 tomorrow.
Would we want Chelsea to win that one if we're looking at it from a selfish point of view?
Oh, from a selfish point of view, yes, but in reality, I don't see it happening. I don't see it happening.
Do you know what? I've said it. Man City are not the same team as last season, Phil. I know you disagree with me in that, but
11 wins on the trot, Dermot. You can't argue with that.
Yeah, but they're not. They're conceding goals where they shouldn't be conceding.
Yeah, but they're scoring more at the other end usually, you know.
Yeah,
so
I just think Liverpool will win it.
I
tell you why Liverpool will win the league, Philip.
Tuesday night. But that was a goalkeeping error, you know.
Yeah. How did you feel very quickly in the Champions League during the week, Philip? Did you find it a bit boring?
Yeah, I wouldn't watch it, to be honest with you. I watched 15 minutes of Bayern Munich, and that was about it, you know. When you see Bayern Munich now he's managing a shot on target, there's something wrong.
I'll say it again. I say it now and say it again. Harry Kane is regretting joining Bayern Munich and leaving us.
Well, who knows? He might be.
And then, of course, on Sunday, Philip, and Monday as well. 2 games on Sunday: Sheffield United, Brighton, Luton versus Man United, and of course on Monday it's Everton versus Crystal Palace. Sheffield United, Brighton, Philip. Where are you going for that one? Where's your hunch going?
Hang on a bit. Is there the Man City Brentford? That must be the following week, is it?
Yeah, it is. Forget the bottom ones. I made a bit of a cock.
Right, Sheffield United, Brighton win that one.
Yeah.
Luton, Man United. I'd love to see Luton turn them over. Just can't see it. And Everton, Crystal Palace. Everton to win that.
Do you know what? I think Palace will win that because with the manager in hospital, they will want to do well for Roy Hodgson. I feel away from
that'll put them in good form. That'll put them in better form when they play us in a couple of weeks' time, you know.
Yeah, but it's not nice. He is, the last I've heard, he is stable in hospital, Philip. He is 76, so he's quite old being a manager.
I hope he gets better soon. Yeah. You know, but
and the amount of stress he's been under, Philip, has been unreal. But who do you put that down to? Just very quickly on the Palace situation, Philip. Should there be an age limit for managers to manage too? I know I don't mean to sound ageist. I mean, look at Joe Biden. He's 81 and he's president of America. You've got Donald Trump, who's 76, going for it again. They always say people that are older got more experience. But in the stress that is the Premier League, Philip, where you're on stress every day to win games to keep you up in the Premier League. Is it too much for a man of Roy Hodgson's age? And I'm not trying to
Mhm.
be ageist here, but I'm trying to
No,
look at it more
no, I think listen,
logically.
I think if you're as young as you feel, you're as fit as you feel, you
Yeah,
know. Just you
yeah.
mentioned Donald Trump there. I think he might want to go into football management now because he's after been hit with a fine of $355 million in New York.
But
You
did
might
you
need
get
a
my
new job
point?
now.
Yeah, do you get my
Um,
point though? That it's
oh yeah,
easy.
no, you're right. No, I don't think so. No, look at Neil Warnock. He's going.
Yeah,
Look at who was
he's
Neil?
doing
Who was
well
the
up at Aberdeen, by the way, Philip.
huh? He's what?
He's doing well up at Aberdeen, by the way, Neil Warnock.
Well, he's the loss again. I don't know how they got on last weekend, but the loss against Rangers in his first match.
Mm,
But no, I don't think so. I think if you're fit enough, you're fit enough. You're young enough. But
yeah.
I think maybe it might not be so much the pressure of managing Palace that got to Roy Hodgson. It's the speculation to his future, and
Mm.
people telling him he's going to be sacked in the morning. That must be very hard to take, you know. So I wish him
Uh,
well. He's a nice lad.
yeah,
Roy is one of the gentlemen of football. So good luck to him.
he is Philip. He's managed some big clubs, hasn't he? He's managed some big clubs. Didn't he
Yeah,
manage Switzerland back in the day?
I think he did. Yeah, I think he did. Yes.
Managing the World Cup, managed England.
Yeah.
Um, look, he's managed 200 times for Palace. So look, we wish him all the very best, and it's not nice to see any manager, Philip, whoever they manage in hospital with heart complaints or whatever. But
No.
we wish him a speedy recovery. Look, I'm going for a Brighton win as well, Philip. I'm going for a draw at Kenilworth Road, Luton Man United.
I'd love to see that. I'd love to see it.
I would. I don't think that's an easy play. We struggled there, Philip. Only won by the odd goal.
Yeah, that's right.
Mind you, we did win with 10 men. Let's put it that way. And Arsenal took Arsenal ages to win. Everton Palace, I'm going for a Palace win. I think Everton are going down this year. And with also, Philip, with the extra 10 points that's going to be adapted to their scoreline for them
Yeah.
and Forest, I think they're down. So we're really down to one team who's going to go down with them. But Philip, we are going to talk about Wolves as well, Tottenham Wolves. Of course, it is. It's at the magnificent Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. That should be called the Sir Philip Brady Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. That's what that stadium should be called.
Yeah, right. Carry on. I'm going to spare
Yeah.
20 million to pay them. But keep going.
Oh, don't, no. You work in finance, Philip. I'll go to your company. We'll ask Daniel, leave to go to you. If he came to you, Philip, if he came to you, right, I need a certain amount to do the stadium. Philip would go, right, yeah, I'll do it for you, but you got to name one of the stands after me. The Philip Brady stand. There you go. Of course, it is on Saturday. It's 3:00 kickoff in Great Britain and Europe, Great Britain and Ireland. 12 o'clock Eastern time, 9 o'clock Pacific time. The referee, Philip, is Lord Jesus, Mary and Joseph.
That's a
Anthony,
dynamic duo, Anthony Taylor and Craig Pawson.
yeah,
Dumb and dumber.
Anthony, I don't know what I'm doing, Taylor. And Craig, I'm the dumbest VAR man, Parson.
And that
Philip,
is
just on that too, we're fucked. I'm sorry.
yeah, it's like Blackadder again. And who's the judge?
Yeah.
It was Melchett. Oh, I'm dead.
Yeah. But look, I never mind. But look, Philip, 3 wins out of the last 2, no draws. Against Wolves in the last 5. Our last meet, of course, was a 2-1 defeat at the 11th of November, Philip, which Philip is now still get. Look, Philip's getting flashbacks now. He's just getting twitches now, and
That was poor. Now that was poor.
that was poor. That was poor. Philip, 1 defeat in the last 5, 2 draws and 2 wins. Wolves now 2 defeats in the last 5. Philip, 2 wins and a draw. So we in our last 3 games, Philip, we've got a better record than Wolves have. Only 1 win in the last 3. So, of course, if you are want to watch it, it's not on in the UK, which I think is disgraceful in Ireland. The United States, you can watch it on Peacock TV, and of course in Canada, you can watch it on Fubo TV as well. Philip, these are the injured: Foster, Destiny, Porro, Solomon, and of course the regular in the Tottenham Hotspur injury camp, Reg Segi.
Is Segi not fit? I thought Segi was fit.
No, apparently he's injured again.
Don't tell me he got injured getting out of the car again.
Yeah, he pulled a pack of the crisps out of his bag and he pulled his thumb muscle.
Okay, that's fair enough.
Are we going to miss Destiny and Porro tomorrow, Philip?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's given Wolves. I know Wolves are missing Kuna is probably their best
Mm,
player, and Huang Lee might be back, the Korean lad. But yeah, we're definitely going to miss Poro and Adoji, um, for their attacking as much as they're defending. They attack better than they defend sometimes. So maybe
yeah.
maybe we might be a little bit more solid with
Mm,
Royale and there who mightn't just attack as much. But it's the midfield that interests me
mm,
tomorrow. Like it's the first time we've had in a long, long time to have the dream team in midfield,
mm.
and that would be to me at the moment Basuma, Madison, and Sarr.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. And
the
this
centre
is the team, Philip. This
mm,
is the team Vicario on goal. Ben Davis, Romero, Van der Ven, and Emerson, the back four. Of course, Basuma, Madison, and Papasar in the midfield. Up front, Sonny and Kulu on the wings, and Richarlison up front. Apart from the fullbacks, Philip, which I think is going to be the weak link, it's rarely the team sort of picks itself, doesn't it? Really,
yeah,
the rest
yeah.
of the
It's just a bit. It's just a pity we're not firing on 100% fitness this weekend.
mm,
With have the two fullbacks back in, but I
yeah,
mean, Wolves are a decent team, but they're no Brighton. They're not as good a team as Brighton.
no,
And I know that 2 years ago, and they will look to give us trouble. But I think they're more a team they might sit back a little bit more than most,
mm,
and we might have to play through the low block. Um, Whatever way it goes, it's going to be entertaining because this is Sonny's first full game back, and
yeah,
he ripped the place up when he came on last weekend, as you
yeah,
know.
yeah, he did. He did. He also did you hear Jurgen Klinsmann lost his job as Korean manager?
Did he?
Yeah,
Oh,
apparently for a bust up over a game of table tennis.
yeah, that's what I covered when you were away, Dermot. Sonny dislocated his finger,
Yeah,
breaking up an argument between the young players and some of the more senior ones.
yeah.
And I didn't realize Klinsman lost his job over that now, but hmm,
I think it's more to do them losing to Jordan, by the way, in the semi
yes,
final. Then I think
that's
that's
what
just
I'm
it's
thinking
good.
too.
Philip,
But
is that a team? Is that a back four that can keep a clean sheet tomorrow?
probably not. But it's a forward line that can score more than 2 goals.
Mm,
So I'd say, like, if I had to predict, I'd say tomorrow could be like a 3-2 or a 4-2. So that's it for the game. Ring about it.
yeah. Also, I want a big shout out to Brad Matthews, who he texted me last night. He wasn't very well last night. Ended up in A&E. Brad, I hope
Oh
you feel
dear.
better, and
I'm sorry
just
to
take
hear
it
that, Brad.
easy.
Brad,
Take it
Brad is a
easy.
good guy. Brad is a
Yeah,
good guy.
take it easy, Brad, and don't. I've rung up the club like Philip done for me, and I've told Ange to play boring football for you tomorrow.
Hmm.
And Ange's words to me were, "Feck off, Dermo. I'm playing my only way." So
And he'll have the same message for Brad as well, no doubt.
yeah, yeah. But listen,
Brad, listen, get
that's the
well
thing.
soon, man.
Yeah, get well soon, Brad. Please do. Philip, look, just very quickly on the fullbacks. Emerson, who do you think's more trusted as a fullback, Emerson or Davis, Philip? Where you think? I feel Davis is the biggest weak link here. I really
Mm,
do.
I
So
don't
does
know.
Basuma have to do more to cover, and Sonny have to do more to cover Davis than Papasar and Kulu to cover Emerson?
I think it'll be more of a traditional back four tomorrow. There'll not be so much inverting the fullbacks without the two
Mm,
regulars there. So I'd say what'll probably happen, Miggy Van de Ven will be covering for both of them with his pace.
yeah,
So, but I don't have this. I don't have many reservations with Ben Davis. He's a good squad player. He rarely lets us down.
sort of
So,
disagree with that, but
excuse me. I'm just hoping that tomorrow that it keeps up that record and that he doesn't do anything stupid. There's always a capability of making a
yeah,
mistake, as Royale has. But
yeah.
I don't know. I think with the crowd, the home crowd, with the
Mm.
with the with the support we're going to get tomorrow, I think we should be okay.
Would you have gone for a 3-5-2? Put Rudu in there.
No, we're not going back to Conte's days. No, no.
No, but he's been bought there for a reason. Can he not play fullback? Can he play left back? Can he?
I don't know if he can or not, but
It's
he will.
is it
Like,
left back or right back he can play?
he's gonna get a lot of game time. He's been eased into it. He's not been rushed
Mm,
into anything. He will get game time. Maybe he can play right back. If so, who knows? Ange could spring a surprise tomorrow and put him in instead of Ben Davis. But the way they were training yesterday at the open training
yeah,
session, he was training with that back four, so that's more than likely what it's going to be.
Yeah, I think so.
But again, they know Wolves were watching.
Yeah.
So why not throw in the fairings? You never know.
You know, Ange throws in the
It
double
wouldn't
six.
surprise me in the least if Ange switched that around a bit personnel-wise.
I don't know. This is why I'm going with he might play three at the back, Philip. I'm just thinking that he may well do that.
It'll be a radical change for him to do it.
Yeah, but it's more of an attacking 3-5-2 than a defensive 3-5-2, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, as long as he's fluid, he can move back into the 4-3-3 if he needs to.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. Just the last bit of news, Philip. Of course, Mapai broke last night that he is leaving PSG at the end of the season. We all know where he's going to, Philip.
Can I reach over for my tissues, please? I want to get. I want to cry.
Yeah. We all know we broke this months ago, didn't we? He was going to Real Madrid, Philip. Absolutely. A couple of months ago, we broke this, and we were the first ones to break. He was leaving PSG. Nobody believed us. But of course, it breaks yesterday. Sky Sports think they're the greatest, football station around. But it was THFC Till I Die that broke the news first. When they're going to realize, Philip, we're better at their job than they are. Anyway.
Probably never.
Anyway, so apparently he told Tom Holland, the actor who plays Spider-Man in the Marvel films, Philip's favorite actor and favorite film, Spider-Man. He watches it daily. Says he doesn't think he will play for Tottenham in my life. Philip, Arsenal have a delusion that they're going to be playing for them, which is laughable. Is there any one team in the Premier League you think he could fit into, Philip?
No.
Not even Man City?
No, because the dressing room is big enough to take his ego. I'm sorry, but this fella is a walking time bomb going into any team. And I'll tell you one thing, I wouldn't take him on a free transfer at Tottenham. I think he's overrated. Sorry about this. He's overrated. And he has his moments. But I saw him play for France against Ireland. He didn't get a kick. And if we can control him, then a lot of other teams can. But no, Arsenal can think what they like. I saw Lego Man on TV earlier laughing about it. They're not going to get him. He's going to Real Madrid, and that's it. End of. And then as if they didn't have enough problems.
But think of that Real Madrid, Bellingham, that attacking line, Real Madrid.
Oh yeah, he'll fit in well there as long as he doesn't start trying to run the club, which he tried to at PSG.
Yeah, but that front line at Rome, it's going to be frightening, Philip. They've got 3 or 4 players, and that's going to be absolutely frightening. Well, look, Philip, that is the news. That is your prediction, Philip. What scoreline are you going for tomorrow? Very quickly before we end off.
3-1 the Spurs.
I'm going for 4-0 anyway, as I normally do. Why not? Why not? Yeah, that is the end of that. Thank you all for watching. Philip, do you want to say anything to the members just to say thank you? Because it is why we're doing this. It's for the members.
Our membership
regularly put the money in their pocket to pay for their memberships every month. So it's a big thank you to them.
Yeah, the membership numbers have jumped up quite incredibly over the last couple of months. And thanks to everybody who's done it. We do it. We do this for you. We do it for the fun of it, for the love of Spurs, and it's great. We nothing we like better than the interactive comments on the live shows.
Yeah,
when you get involved in the program, and we read out every comment. So you will be included in the shows if you make a comment. It'll be we mightn't agree with you, but we'll read it out and we give it a fair hearing.
Yeah, fair hearing. But don't worry, if you're not a member, this will be put up into the channel after the members have seen it first. So you members get first look at it, and then it will put onto the channel. Philip, thank you so much indeed for joining me this evening. We are back tomorrow, of course, with the watch along at 2:45. Whatever you do, come on, you Spurs. In Big Ange, we trust.